Prime Minister Modi met the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in Vientiane. In fact, Prime Minister is in Laos for the APEC India Summit and will also be attending the 14th Asian India Summit. In fact, we'll try and go across to Abhishek is with us for some more details. And Abhishek, of course, this meeting too also part of India's Look East policy. What's on the agenda in the meeting between Prime Minister Modi and Shinzo Abe?
Well, you see, when it's about Prime Minister Modi and Shinzo Abe, there is a certain chemistry between the two leaders. Goes back to the time when Abe was an opposition leader and the Prime Minister was the Chief Minister of Gujarat and had visited Japan a couple of times. And that you saw resulting into a lot of business fillip to the relationship by way of about $35 billion committed by the Japanese side when the Prime Minister visited in 2014. And in 2015, it was said that the relationship has been upgraded from a strategic to strategic and global partnership. So you are seeing a further movement in that direction. Both the Prime Ministers are there to take part in the ASEAN and the East Asian Summit. And on the sidelines, this bilateral is happening. Of course, there would be another summit between the two leaders back in Delhi later. But what we are seeing is diplomacy between India and Japan being taken forward. ASEAN is a significant trade bloc of 10 nations. Also, there is this Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation group, APEC, for which India is trying to become a member. And it's a 21-member group, about two-thirds of world trade passing through those sea lanes in Southeast Asia and East Asia. And the Prime Minister obviously there not just for the ASEAN-India summit, but also to interact with these leaders and to further the business interest as also the strategic interest. You know, there is a certain backdrop in which this particular ASEAN-India summit is happening, and that backdrop is the developments in the South China Sea, where China has really ratcheted up its military presence, and there are problems with its neighbors. India of late has seen some leverage in the region with its relationship with Vietnam, where the Prime Minister was there just only 5 days back, and of course now in Laos. So you can expect that intense diplomacy would take place over the next 2 days when the Prime Minister meets these leaders on the sidelines of the ASEAN.
Yes, and that visit, of course, the two-day visit there, beginning with a meeting with Shinzo Abe of Japan. Just reiterating here, this is the ASEAN summit and, of course, other summits with the Eastern countries that Prime Minister Modi has gone for. Abhishek, thanks so much for joining us.